Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Good Morning Bouncing. My name is Susan Churchill. I'm a certified trainer, practice group leader, and everything else. And human being. Ooh, that's a good one. So, reading Masterland's The Enlightenment Promise, he talks about how we're all part of the beginning of the universe. So, we have the same things in us as in the beginning of the universe. So we have all the information of that within us, and yet we're not all of it, right? Hi, Joanne. But we're a part. We're like a tree, and the tree has all the leaves, and maybe we're part of one of the leaves, or we're a leaf or something. And so let's bring in peaceful. Now, I had a good one today, and now I forgot what it was. So if you can read it up there, let me know. Otherwise, it was something about bringing in peace. ah, peaceful sounds, I think. Yes, because I was listening out here. I got outside and I said, "What's our word for today?" And I was just listening to the birds and feeling the peaceful sound of the morning. So, however that goes for you, hello to everyone. Let's say hi. Hi, Joanne, Pat, and June. Hi, Martha, and Shelby, and Dorothy, and everyone else who's here. I was scrolling social media this morning, and someone had posted if you could describe your life right now as a song, what song would it be? And I thought that was fun. So I might have to post that here. Sounds of Peace. Thank you. Um, I might have to do a post about that because that's really cool. So then I was thinking, and then I went back to myself as a kid, walking back and forth to school, and my dad had a stereo. You play records and whatnot, and they had Sound of Music, and they had Oklahoma and West Side Story and all kinds of musicals like that. Besides all his, then he had Duke Ellington and all kinds of jazz and whatnot. And so I used to sing. I used to sing "Oh What a Beautiful Morning" from Oklahoma. So I was singing that in the shower this morning. So that's where we come up with our beautiful morning, which makes sense because we're always saying good morning bouncing. Let's see who else here. My Fair Lady, Carousel, absolutely. My Fair Lady, another of my favorites. Mom and I used to watch the musicals together in old movies. Love that. So let's start our bouncing with whatever your song is, and let's bring our songs in, and we'll just see what happens. So that's sounds, isn't it? Songs, sounds, the birds, the traffic, air traffic. So just starting to bounce from the knees. If you're ready for that, feel your spine nice and straight. Your tongue touches the roof of the mouth. Chin comes back a little bit. You could pull your shoulders down for a second or two and release, and just get a little bit of release in there. Elbows come away from the body. Fingers are separated. We have a smile on our face. Smile stands for Start My Internal Love Engine. Feel the connection of the earth. Feel the connection of the universe. Go ahead and bring up the chi of the earth through your whole body, allowing it to help you to release any extra energy you no longer need. Any chi blockages, release them out as if you're a tree and you're letting go of your leaves in the fall. Or maybe if you're coming in spring, you're breaking from your seed and pushing through the earth. And then allow the sun in the center of the universe, filled with unconditional love, everyone you've ever known and everyone who's ever known you, and release that as light shimmering through your system, reforming, unforming and reforming your pattern back to your original code to bring you so much health and wellness. Awesome. So let's, I forgot my timer, so that's okay. Let's put our hands up in the air, and for 5 minutes of bouncing with our hands in the air. All right, cool. So just turn to 39, 44. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let your hands just flap the wrists. We're bouncing with a ray of sunlight. Do you see that? That's pretty fun. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. Looks the sun with the, wait, it's on this side. With the ray of light, looks like a balloon that's just holding it in place. Perhaps there were songs from your childhood you would sing that bring you back. That's one of the things that Master Lin leads us to do in meditations and whatnot, is to visualize ourselves and feel ourselves youthful. Bring back that code, that information of being able to spring up and run around and whatever, dance and move. And so let's bring that back. Release all those notions of what aging is. So I definitely have my Kid Wonder today turned on. So what season are you in? Are you in spring, beginning of spring, or autumn? Are you walking outside at some point and allowing yourself to breathe in the sense of the season, to use our ears, because we're talking about sounds of peace? Bring in the sounds. Should probably record the birds in the different seasons and see. Someone most likely did studies on that, and see if birds sing different songs. You know, if they're a little different tone or anything. I know they have their particular songs, but more chirping or whatever in the different seasons. And what can you do in that little corner of the world that you're in to bring some sounds of peace? Or sights. Maybe putting lights out in your yard for people driving by, or those flags with cardinals and stuff on them, or a pumpkin. Smile at people. Let somebody go before you in a line at the grocery store. you happen to have one of those days where you don't actually have to be somewhere else in 5 minutes. Maybe you want to light a candle and just put an intention of kindness. We are our block here. We've exchanged phone numbers, and so some of the families know each other more because their kids are in school and all that kind of thing, and some have dogs, and that goes. So this morning, I just sent one to everybody, as we haven't had a conversation since June on there. And I said, just checking in, happy autumn. And then I put my name and our address number, because we've had some people move in and out, so that they can know who we are. And so we're getting response from that. Be fun to get together at some place and just say, hey, if you're not doing anything, let's gather at XYZ before the winter comes. But we started that. I'm not sure if it was in during COVID. I think so, where we could kind of just keep track of each other and say, hey, anybody need anything? How you doing? Especially those that were more, alone. So I don't know if you have something like that. We don't have that many people on our block. Some people are really far apart, so I don't know how easy that is. But we do have about 16 homes, I think. So that's nice. So what can you do today to add a little community, a little support? All right, good job. Let's come down and go side to side. I think we actually did a couple minutes extra because I was talking. So good job on that. So a friend of mine had contacted me yesterday and said, oh man, I did all this traveling and I seem to be scattered. Can you help put me back together? So we got on Zoom and we did a practice, and we did a lot of bouncing, and then the other active exercises, and that helped her a lot. So just giving you that info. If you feel like you've done all this traveling or somehow you're spread apart, it definitely helps to bounce. All right, let's do our shoulder shrug. So first, let's practice bringing our shoulders down and release. Okay, and then we're going to bring them up. We just lift them up. Head goes back, scrunch back just a little bit. I went a little faster than usual. I don't know. I'm in kid mode. Tip of the tongue still touching the roof of the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, and then slowly release it down. Feel spinal fluid. Feel chi coming up through your body into your head. Just a beautiful healing of your brain. And then we'll draw the shoulders down and release. So shoulders up. We're leaving a little space between the shoulders up and down, and then have the shoulders coming down and the rest of the movement that we normally do, as that's how we're instructed by Master Lin. So we are come back up. We feel the youthfulness in our brain, and then we pull down the shoulders on purpose and release them, and then do another one more time. Shoulders up, head back. And of course, you can do this 9 times or sets of 9 throughout the day. The one thing that you want to remember is not to hold it for more than your 9 seconds or so. 5 seconds. I'm making my brain clearer, so that's good. So then I can say stuff correctly. Having a fun day today. Let's do one more. All right, so we bring the shoulders up. We take the head back, scrunch back a little bit. Tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just be so happy that your brain is getting blessed as you release your shoulders down. Just getting a nice car wash. Swish it all out. Any extra energy, any extra thoughts that you no longer need, just go flying out your ears. And then we'll pull our shoulders down for a few seconds and release. All right, excellent. Tap your cheekbones, open up. Now we're opening the front of the 2 main energy channels. So we have 2 main energy channels. These are called the front channel and the back channel, so that's pretty easy to remember. The points that we're tapping are the stomach detoxification points here on the cheeks. And so with the stomach system, which includes stomach, spleen, pancreas, and then I think it's the muscles. I really need to have the chart in front of me for that one. I get confused on muscles and tendons and ligaments. And so we can send beautiful yellow light because we're bringing peace in. So go ahead and send in beautiful yellow light and peace, and feel it going through the center of your body and down the front of your legs, and just releasing, butterflies flying out in all directions. And then we'll go to the beginning of the eyebrows. And these 2 points help to clear the back channel, also known as the governing channel. So you can feel the chi going and the vibration going to the back of your head, down your whole spine, and then down the back of the legs. And this is part of the kidney system, so the color is dark blue. Kidneys, brain, female breasts, reproductive organs, bone marrow. I mean, just basically anything that has water in it, that's governed by this channel. Cup the top of our head. Another thing that my friend and I did yesterday for quite a while was this, because she was feeling her head was just swirling and swirling, and she was with family and with friends and back to places that she hadn't been and stuff, so she needed that grounding. And so this is where our male energy channels for the physical healing and for grounding. So if you cup here, that goes right in, brings the chi down, helping you to ground. And Master Lin has also said this is a great one for stress. So he brought that up this last month about that. So remember, cup the top of your head. I was doing that in the car. I think I even told you guys. Was it last week? I think that was after my Qigong class, and we had a beautiful class, and we went really deep, and I'm like, I need to clear my head, and I should have done more before I left, but I was driving, so I'm like, I'm just gonna cup my head so that I stay in my lane while I'm driving. I so appreciate all of you for your forbearance. Underarm, left side. Window to lungs. Ooh, I gotta double check. I don't think I have anyone for my class this weekend, which is fine. But I want to make sure no one signed up overnight, which would be awesome too. Let's do one more, and remember that this is a sequence to help your heart and lungs, It's especially good during change of seasons or anytime you have any congestion. And of course, for the heart, anything to go with the heart and the lung systems. So the heart, we're helping to release hatred, judgment, rigidity, walls that we've built up because we felt we needed them for safety. Um, and for the lungs, so grief, sadness, depression. All right. Okay, cool. So let's say hello to our kidneys, helping our kidneys. Say hello to that robin that just flew by. Rub at the backs of your hands and your palms. Tap your tailbone. So we're just tapping using a loose fist or open hand, and then tucking our thumbs in, we tap the hips. So here's the bone right here, like where your arms are. You're going to go back a little bit. Find that spot where you can send in the vibration to help to open up your joints, get the chi moving for whatever fun thing you want to do today. Let's tap or cup the front of the knees and then the backs, both sides left, both sides right. And come up on the toes and down on the heels. Avoid this if you're pregnant. You know your back. You can do pretty much of just a rolling thing instead of banging. We don't want to bang. And yet we want to have fun because that stimulates the, so on your foot, you have those padding here, and then this little spot here is called the bubbling springs. And that is that connection. So you can feel the chi coming up through the earth and back down so easily. So we want that open. So it helps with that. All right, so those are our active exercises. Are you feeling alive? Bring your feet, bring your feet hip or shoulder distance apart. Bend your knees a little bit. The shoulders hopefully are feeling pretty loose. Maybe bring them up and just see, wow, yeah, feeling pretty loose. Elbows out, stretch your fingers, stretch your toes for a few seconds to stimulate 12 meridians, 6 that start in the hands and 6 that start in the feet. And release. I like to have my hands gently curved and feel the chi there, like a ball of energy. Excellent. So now we're in beginning of the universe position. Allow yourself to balance so your body is balanced effortlessly. And no worries if this takes you a while. Just say my body's balanced effortlessly, holding my form. Invite balance, right? How we do that. And invite balance of your chi, your light being, the energy that runs through you. And just see if you can, let's have some fun again with today. We like to have fun. And feel yourself as big as you are. And then imagine you're stretching out another inch. And then another foot. And then 2 feet. And then you just doubled in size. And you double again. And again. It's like that folding paper, right? It's not that many times to fold a sheet of paper and it goes all the way to the moon. I still can't comprehend that, but I believe the math. I'll allow someone else to figure that out. And then feel how you are so amazing. You're so amazing. So let's say the password. I'm in the universe. Check that off. The universe is in my body. Yep, check that off. How do we know that? Science has shown us apparently that parts of the beginning of the universe are within ourselves. How about that? The universe and I combine together. So let's release the feeling of separateness and allow our chi fields, which are out further than our body, to connect with others in beautiful sounds of peace. That's what we're bringing in, right? So let's let the sounds of peace from our hearts connect to each other and reach around and through our entire beautiful earth, plants, animals, the rocks, the air, the water, the humans. Thank you for that healing. Connect to what's most divine for you and ask for what you want from your practice today. Let's take our right hand over our upper chest and left hand over the lower dantian. And you see I have space between my body and my hands. So imagine a column of light from the top of your head to the bottom of your torso. And then feel with your palms and see if you can feel that column of light. Just kind of notice it. This is called forming of yin and yang. So if you took the old level 1 class, um, then you will have learned that. And that's what that's called. And then moving, of course, that's when we start moving our hands. Let's hold this position because it's so, this is a great one to help bring yourself back together. Two, if you feel scattered, you've got your palms, which are connected to your heart meridians. So the heart through the shoulders and arms and out the palms. So feel that light beaming into, so the right hand's going right into the heart again. So it's a nice circle there. You can feel it like a circuit there. And the left hand is over the lower dantian. So that's connecting the heart to the lower dantian. And then you may notice that with my hands like this, I look like a yin-yang symbol, right? So we're bringing in balance that way. And then let's move yin and yang. So we're going to take the right hand out and down as the left hand comes in and up. And your hands can go as high as your forehead and as low as the bottom of your torso. And then just slowly move them and feel yourself actually moving the column of light. How does that feel? Feel the happiness that you're generating with this slow, gentle movement, with your intention, whatever it might be. And let's breathe in and out through the nose if we haven't switched automatically to that, with the intention of having even breaths in and out. Don't work on it, just have the intention. Tip of the tongue still touches the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. We tuck our chin in a little bit to align the neck with the rest of the spine. We can use the color green. You can breathe in green light through each pore of your skin, the bottom of your feet, the top of your head, through your spine, into all your bones, bone marrow, especially your liver, your gallbladder, everything to do with the liver system. That includes your eyes. Let all the muscles around your eyes relax and your eyes sink into their sockets as you just gently do this movement. And I'm so way far behind today, so I apologize for that. Just stay with me if you can. If you need to go, that's fine. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And remember, if you're going to take off to harvest your chi, there's a ball of light in the lower dantian that you can use anytime you need it, today or after. Allow yourself to feel or notice or be part of that sound of peace today. Perhaps something is annoying and you could yell about it or say something, or you could agree with someone, or maybe you could not. Maybe you could just send a little peace into the conversation. Send that love ahead of you. Ask for guidance. Let's slow down the movement. Feel the happiness in every cell of your body. If there's a part where you're like, well, I'll feel happiness ever except this part because that's one that hurts, then really send it into that part. If you got a twinge in your shoulder, or your back just didn't want to turn when we were bouncing and all, then send it there. Allow your mind, when we got really, really large like that, coming back, we still have that feeling of being that huge, that our limitations are, we've raised it, we've raised the bar. Maybe it's even released entirely, where there are no limitations. What would that be like? Of being happy, unlimited happiness, joy, peace, contentment, gratitude. And if you have all of that, how much can you give to others? So much. And when you're ready to end this movement, let your hands stop both in front of the lower dantian, one inward, one outward, space between your body and hands, space between your hands. Traditionally, the right hand is in, left hand's out for females, left hand's in, right hand's out for males, but wherever you end is perfect for today. Breathe in and out slowly, deeply, and gently. Let a smile run through your whole self until you're just one big smiley face. Send all the chi into the lower dantian as a ball of light, and then use your mind and spin it, spin it, spin it. Faster and faster, get smaller and brighter, smaller and brighter, smaller and brighter, until it turns into a tiny little energy pill. And since I was singing Oh What a Beautiful Morning, I'm going to make a little sun for mine and tuck it deep behind the navel. Breathe in and out. Allow yourself to breathe however it's perfect for you this moment. Rub your hands together. Let your fingers slide up the sides of your nose, up to your forehead, around your face, down to your chin, like you're drawing a heart shape. Let your palms go over your eyes. And then let's actually do that today. Let's rub our hands together and get some warmth. And anytime you're on the computer for a long time, or your eyes are just feeling like they're going in separate directions, right? Then take one hand over one eye and then the other one over the other, and our fingers are over each other like this. So you might have to look at me before you do it. And allow yourself to feel heat and light. And again, green light you can use, but whatever comes to you. pouring into your eyes, comforting them, relaxing all the muscles, letting the eyes have a rest. They work so hard for you all day. Awesome. And you can do that anytime. And then rub your ears. And when we rub our ears, we're connecting to every part of our body. So you can look that up on the internet. It has you can find a drawing, a figure or whatever, um, showing what parts of the body are connected to what parts of the ear. And then you can actually use that as a tool to detect if you're not feeling right. You can go and just massage all the parts of your ears and see if there's one that hurts, that it could actually hurt. And then you could look at that uh, figure and see, oh wow, that's my spleen or something. And then you've got qigong that you can help yourself with. All right. Okay. So very good. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's just end this with a beautiful 10,000 hand breath in. Allow yourself to visualize and feel 10,000 more hands and arms coming out from your body. The universe just pouring gifts, and you can feel it just like Santa's bag getting full. And bring your hands together in prayer position. Bring them down on your head. Accept the gifts of the universe. Bring them into your body, into your chi field. And gladly accept the responsibility of giving as much as you get. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I send many, many blessings. Thanks for staying an extra 10 minutes with me today. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.